So I'm going to start the recording. The recording is on, and I'm going to give you another intro here because we have a new person here. So here's the website. Okay, and the course I'm going to cover is Linux, Red Hat Linux course. And let's talk about what is covered here. So I split the course into two, administration and engineering. So the Linux flavor we are using for this course is Red Hat. Okay, there is a company named Red Hat. They are the one who is releasing this. Now it's owned by IBM actually, so it's an IBM product. So we're going to work on basic commands, VI editor, directory structure, administration, permissions, and all these things are really important. So for this, you don't need any prior knowledge, anything. I'm walking you through all these baby steps here. Okay, and after that, if you are interested, now after this part is done, we could start applying for a job and then see if you could end up getting a job. So this is really important, and hopefully this course will put you in the higher earning bracket. Okay, and after that, if you are really interested, then there is another course here. We could talk about that later. So next 8 weeks, we're gonna really focus on this this part of Linux environment, which is system administration. Okay, so up here, if you go into click on documents here, what it'll do is this will bring up to our course website. Okay, so this is the course website. From now up until the class is over, everything we're going to be doing in the class, I'm going to be putting in the document, and then you would have access to it. And there is also a YouTube channel. So whatever I do, I'm recording, I'm going to upload here. So we have 6 views, 6 people saw it. So, but what else is there is this up here is going to be the main document from the start of the class to the end of the class. Everything will be in one document. And at the same time, what I'm doing here is I'm splitting that document into Linux topics, and then I will have a split off of the main document here so that you could get to that topic easily. So for example, this is from yesterday. We have basic command here, right? So I put the whatever I was capturing in the document here. It's the same exact document. I put it here. Okay. After today, I'll also make this document available in PDF format, so you could download and keep it with you. And here is the date, and whatever is happening during that day is going to be captured in this YouTube video. And the course content is right below the video. Okay, so for this content, if you want to watch the video, it's in this video here. Okay, all right, so hopefully this was not too intimidating for everybody. So let's get started. So I'm going to go through this one more time, and we'll have an interactive class because I want everybody to follow along, okay? But then I will start giving out assignments. Maybe next week I will give out an assignment, and you have to complete it by the next class that starts, okay? Good. So now, this is as a Linux admin, this is where your life is going to be spent. Work life, I should say. Because everything you're going to be doing is in the dark window, and all you have is text. There is no GUI, nothing. You don't have to click around anywhere. Everything will be worked in the GUI environment here, okay? So So yesterday we talked about clear. Please follow along with me, okay? So after, don't worry about this window that's clicking in. When I'm explaining, I'm clicking back in there. And when I'm typing here, I'm typing in here, okay? So don't worry about that. So let me readjust this. So whenever we are going to use the special character, I will bring up the on-screen keyboard here and I'll show you where that key is exactly at, okay? So that you don't have to worry about it, finding it. So let's see here. Yesterday, these are the commands here. On the left side, what I typed in this document here is clear, right? When you type clear, it will clear the screen for you. So follow along with me. So you type clear and hit enter. Okay, so it clears the screen for you. Easy peasy. There's nothing you need to worry about it in there. Okay, so now now what I'm going to do is next command we have is called pwd. So anytime you're typing in there anything which is relevant that the Linux system understands, this is called command. Okay, so and then the answer the system gives to you is called output. So this is a command that Linux understands, but whatever you're typing in here, this is also considered as an input. Okay, so like this we have many commands in here. So but this part is called input here. So let me okay, hold on, I think I need to do this. Okay, so this part why is not working? Can you guys see my screen? Hello?
Yeah.
You could still see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm on another. Give me a moment here. I need to reconnect from the iPad here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this part, you see PWD, I typed in there, right? In generic terms is called input. Okay. And the result that your Linux system give to you is called output. This is output. Okay. So you have to understand what is input and output. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay, so in input we type pwd, that's a command. So it's an input command. Okay, I think you all got the idea here. Okay, let's move forward. So now the next command we used yesterday was touch, right? If I do ls, there is a file name Zafar in there, right? So let me go ahead and remove that. Everybody don't worry about this for now. I'm going to show this command, but for the new people here. So if you type touch, the new command is touch. I'm going to say touch, and I'm going to give it a name Zafar. So what happened here is when you hit enter, it creates a blank file. So in here, what is the command? I use touch, and since I already know touch command creates a file, so I created a file name Zafar. And how do I see where the file is? All you have to do is ls. ls is a command that does a listing. It will list what's in there in the directory you are in. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Now the next command is, same command is ls, then I'm going to add switch to it, -l. And it gives me a lot more information about file name Zafar. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this is the command I used. Okay, now the next command I'm using is the same command. Okay, and then I'm adding a switch to it. It's a specific built-in switch for ls command here. Okay, this part is called switch, command switch. Okay, and now what this does is -l. Okay, so -l, what it did over here. Over here, L is considered a switch. It is used in combination with ls command. Okay, this input command displays the long list information. Earlier, we had Zafar here, right? It just gave us Zafar here. That's the information. But when we added ls-l, here's the file name. And then this part is the date and time when the file was created. Okay, and these are the permissions. We're gonna have a big topic about the permissions here, okay? And this part is who is the owner of the file and the group owner of the file. So we don't worry about this at this moment since it came up, so I have to briefly explain you. But we have a good old topic regarding this. Okay, so easy peasy, not too much complicated. Okay, so after that I have another command here, same command ls. Then I'm going to add another switch to it, which is already, I know it is associated with ls. So if I do ls-a, what will happen is, so I'm gonna hit enter a couple times here. When you hit enter a couple times, it just gives you the blank line because you're not typing any command. It just gives you the blank line here. Okay, I just did this so that you could see better. If I type ls space -a and hit enter, so what is this command going to do is it will bring up A stands for all. Okay, it will show you all the files in the directory you are in. So we'll talk about directory in a minute, but when you added A here, that means all. When you added switch, it means all. I'm sorry, the switch you added here is -a, right? That means all.
Okay.
And this part is the regular ls. Okay, this is where it's coming from. So now what all means is going to show you all the files, even the files which are hidden. So last time we saw only one file, Zafar. How come we are seeing all these extra files here? All these extra files are hidden files. And how do you know they are the hidden files? If you pay a close attention here, all the hidden files starts with a dot, a period. Okay? So that's all there to it. A hidden file is a file that starts with a period here. That's all it is. I'm going to show you how to create a hidden file a little later on. But just so you know, it starts with a period. Okay, good. Alright, so I think I captured this here. Now, if you want to see a lot more information here, you want to see more information like this, and also you want to see all the files at the same time, what I am going to do, I'm going to use the same command ls, and then I'm going to combine these two switches together. Okay, so I'm going to type -l and a. I don't have to type -a again. I just have only one hyphen, and I'm combining L and A together, two switches together, and hit enter. So now what I'm going to get is a lot more information here. So these are the same files in here, but you get a lot more information. Okay, so in this scenario is called long list all. Okay, so earlier, yeah, you have a question?
Yeah, I was thinking if we change the command and say ls-al, would it give you the same results instead of la?
Yes, but why don't you try and tell me?
Okay.
So earlier,
Yes, it does.
it worked?
It does, yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you. So now if you see this part here, And this is exactly the same part over here. Okay, since we added AL to it, it's going to bring up all other files which are in there, which are hidden. These are all the hidden files. Okay. All right, so this is only the thing we need to worry about right now. Okay, so let's move forward here. Hopefully that was easy. Okay, now next command I showed you yesterday was history. Okay, if you type clear again, it will clear the screen for you. And you type history and hit enter. What the system does is it keeps the track of all the commands you've been typing in here. Okay, so since start of this class I typed this many. Okay, don't worry about this here, I've been in the system already. But today I typed touch, I typed ls, I typed ls-l, ls-a, ls-la, clear, history. So it's keeping a track of this. Okay, in reality it shows you like you have about 33 items in history. In reality it's thousands of lines. Okay, this is really useful when you could go back in there and see what kind of activities is happening in here. Okay, and also you could go and see what if some other administrator what he did to resolve problem, or who shut down the system and all that. All these things will be recorded here in the history command. Okay, so now what if you want to run a command from the history? Okay, so I want to run a command name clear. I want to clear the screen here. Okay, but I'm too lazy to type clear. What I have to do is you have to use the exclamation and 22. Okay, if you want to use 23, you just replace it with exclamation 23. Where do you find the exclamation sign on your keyboard? So you have to hold the shift key and number 1. That's where the exclamation is. I think this is the same for Mac also. Okay, so if you hold shift key and push 1, the exclamation will show up on your screen. Okay, so what you do is just hit enter. So since this is a clear command, it will run it for you and it clears the screen. See, it even tells you it ran the clear command. And what is the job for clear command? It clears the screen. Okay, that's about it.
I got a question.
Yeah, sure.
So how far, because I'm looking at history and I see stuff that I did yesterday.
Yes,
So how far does it save?
I said thousands.
Okay.
I think I could log into one system here and I'll show you. Okay, it got 138 history here. So let me see if I could log into any other system here. So right here I'm connecting to the AWS box here, right? So see how long this is, how long this command is. Don't get intimidated what I'm showing you at this moment, but this is the real world scenario example here. So I want to connect to a AWS box online, and I don't want to type all this here, right? Why would I go in there and type it again once I have already typed in? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 110. So I'm going to clear this exclamation and I'm going to type 110 and hit enter. So it will run that command for you. Okay, and it will try to connect. Yeah, I don't think the server is on yet.
Okay.
So you get the idea here, right? I mean, once you type this in, you are able to connect online.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, let me run this one here. You know what? Let me try running number 100. Oh, come on. Back in there and run those commands or modify those commands, whatever. Okay, so the last command, second last command for yesterday was who. If you just type who and hit enter, you will see all these people are connected to the system right now. Okay, and how they are connected, and also you see the time they got connected to the system and the IP address. These are all the IP addresses the system automatically tracks. These are the public IP address for your modem, I think. Shakil, I could see your public IP address right there, and all these people here. There's ways you could find out. So here's the thing here. When it comes to computer, everything is getting tracked somewhere. Okay, so that's how the system work is knowing everybody's IP address and handshake and all those things. Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later in the course. Okay, and if you want to gracefully quit the system, just type exit. Okay, you guys don't do it, I'll do it for now, and then we'll come back in there again. Okay, if you type exit, what will happen is, boom, the system closes for you. And not generally you should do exit command here. Okay, so I'm back in the system again. And once again, I'm going to type in the password, but you won't be able to see the password being typed, or you won't even see asterisk moving. Okay, that's built-in security in itself. All right, so we did great here. I'm going to give a 2-minute pause here and take any questions. Anybody have any questions? Then we'll work through this.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So I put down as a 3-hour class, but I'll tweak it. We're gonna have at least 2 hours for sure, but depending on the topic, we may have full 3 hours or we may not. But I just want everybody to block out their time so that we have some good progress in the class, and then everybody is on the same page. Okay, so let me get started. So the next command we will work on is touch again, but this time we will create a hidden file, okay? So everybody follow along, touch, and since we are doing the hidden file, what is it I'm going to do? I'm going to do the period and name of the file. So everybody give your name and then put number 1 right next to it. If you already have a file with the name, give any other name. Okay, so I type touch, then a period, then a name. So this part is the file name. It all becomes the file name here. But since it starts with a period, it will be hidden. Okay, if I do a regular ls, I'm just seeing the file name Zafar, but I'm not seeing this file name period Zafar 1. So if I do ls, what is the command to see the hidden file? I should say all files. ls hyphen a.
A.
Very good. So you see here that you see Zafar is here and then the newly created file here. And if you want to see the long list information, ls hyphen al, let's try al. So al works too. So here's the name Zafar and here's what it is. And this is the timestamp and this is the timestamp for the file we just created. And all the other things we're going to get into it later in the class. So adding a period in front of a file name creates a hidden file, okay? And how do you see it? ls hyphen a. I mean, I'm not going to put this here again because you already know what is ls hyphen a. ls hyphen a and ls hyphen l. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's focus on next command here. So if you type history, it captured it what you did. You did number 39 was you captured, you created a file, then you did ls, then you did ls hyphen a, you did ls hyphen al, and you also type history. So it's capturing the command history itself. Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. And so everybody remembers, if I want to run something from the history, what you do is you do the exclamation and the number associated with that history command. Okay. So I'm going to clear this. So now what I'm going to do is let's create a multiple files, multiple blank files. I'm going to do touch. I'm going to say file 1, file 2, file 3. So what will happen is going to automatically create 3 files for you. 3 individual files with the single command. Okay, you could do lot more files also. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. So right now, did I create a hidden file or did I create a regular file?
Regular file.
Very good, Aliyu. Thank you. So You know, I mean, it's easy that you could see it's a regular file here. How do I see the regular file? I want to see what's in this, if the file is created or not. What command I ran?
ls.
Yep, ls. Very good. There you go. This is the existing file that was sitting there already. And these are the 3 files you just created here. These are the same exact spelling it will take it. If you make a spelling mistake in here, it will create same exact what have you if you created here. So if you think, oh, I made a mistake, it's you who made the mistake, not the system. Okay. So if I want to see a lot of information here, I just do ls-l. Okay, if I do A, then it will show you all the hidden files also, as well as the regular files. All right, so I'm gonna see create multiple files. Give me one moment here. So now, if your boss comes around and says he need like 100 files, so you're not gonna sit there and do like this here, right? Touch, and then you type touch file 1, file 2, and then you're not gonna do the 100 files like that here, right? So now, if you want to create a lot of files, multiple files, what you do is you type touch. You type touch, then I'm going to type X file, and then I'm going to use the curly brackets, and in there I type 1. How many files you guys need? 100 or 1000? Let's do 1000 files. So let me explain you what is happening here. So what is exactly happening here is in this part, this is our regular touch command. Everybody agree with me? Right? This is the touch command, right? We used earlier. So everybody agrees with me. And this part is the part of the file here. Okay? And then anything in between curly brackets, let me, so the curly brackets, right? And then I got 2 periods here. Don't ask me why, because there is not answer to everything in the world, but you do like this. So what will happen is this command, this part will be the same. And what will happen is it will create 1000 files with this command here. So how are those files going to create? So it's going to go like this, X file, So it's going to be like this here. X file one, X file 2, and then it's going to go into the loop all the way until it hits 1000, because that's why we are telling it to create 1000 files here. So the last file is going to be, the name of the file is going to be X file 1000, and the first file is going to be, in this command, is going to be this. Okay, so let's take a look. So everybody go ahead and do this with me. So the moment I hit enter, so in the fraction of a second, it created 1000 files for me. If you hit enter and then if you don't get any error message, you will get error message. I'll show you later on. If you don't get any error message in Linux system, you should assume it was successful. Okay? All right, so somebody help me. How do I see if the 1000 files are created? What is the command for 1000 files?
ls.
Very good. Good old ls. So if I do ls here, my screen should be filled with all this files name. There you go. All this files name is here. And system went through everything, and then the last file you should see is 1000 here. So if you do ls-l, what does L stands for? Let me clear the screen. ls-l. What does L stands for here? -L. -L switch, what kind of information will bring up?
Long list.
Long list, very good. So if I hit enter, there you go. You see all the files in there, and you could see all the date stamp and everything. So all of them are created at the same moment. So they will have all the long list information here, okay? Good. All right, let's move away from this a bit, and let me see. Now, what if you want to put a period like this? What if you put a period in front of it? It will create all the hidden files for you. Okay? So if you want to see the hidden files, you have to do ls-al. I did a hidden file at the same time long list. So you could scroll up like 1000 times up here, all the way, go up here. It should give you 1000 files. See, you have about 1000 lines in here. Okay, good. All right, everybody with me so far? Anybody who is lagging behind, let me know, because this is the time. These are the small things that you should keep up with. That way, it will be helpful for you.
I got a question.
Yeah, sure.
Why does it only show 999 and you don't see the 1000th file?
Okay, so it's in there. 1000th file is already there. So what is happening is it's just stacking up with alphabetically with all the nines and all that here. So 1000th file is already there.
Okay.
It's there actually.
Okay.
Right here. Okay, later on I'll show you how to sort. There is a sort command we'll learn a little later that will help you with that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So enough of a file. What about a folder? Okay, so let's start working on folder. Okay. So how do we make a folder? We have so many files here, right? We have so many files here. It's painful to manage all these files here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder here. So the 1,000 are too many files here. So before creating a folder, let's learn delete the file here. Okay, we created the file. So we're going to delete the file. So what is the command to delete a file? rm and the file name. So everybody go ahead and remove, if you have given a name, Zafar, go ahead and do that. rm, and then I'm going to give the name of the file and I'm going to hit enter. So what it's going to do is that file is gone. If you didn't get an error message, that means the file is gone. rm to delete a file use this no, rm deletes the file. Deletes the file. And if I do ls, if I try to go up here and see Zafar is there in the files, I'm just eyeballing it here. Okay, so Z should be the last one, right? So the Z, I don't see Zafar in here anymore. Okay, it would have been at the end. It would have been at the end because it probably come after X. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I'm sick and tired of all these 1,000 files in my directory. I want to delete them. Delete all of them at the once without knowing what those files are. Okay, so this is a dangerous command. Don't ever use this command responsibly. Okay, I want to wipe this directory out clean. So do rm -rf and the asterisk or the wildcard. So what happens is the moment you start using a wildcard, what will happen is it will, wildcard means everything. Okay, and here we are. What is this part here, guys? Anybody know what is this part here? What is this part is considered in generic terms? Everybody knows this is the command, right? rm is the command. And what is rf?
Recursive force list.
Yeah, it's a recursive force list, but in generic term, what it is? It's a switch, right? I explained you earlier, we are using rm command in combination with switch. It's switch. But R in this switch, R stands for recursive. That's what R stands for. And F stands for forced. Okay, so the switch RF stands for recursive and force. That means we are physically forcing those files to be deleted. So we have a remove command, and after that I'm adding a switch. I'm using recursive means everything, and force it. And what are you forcing it to? The moment you use the wildcard, that means every file in this folder. Okay? So let's see what is going to happen here. I'll hit enter. Boom. In no time, all those files are gone. If you do ls, boom, there is nothing showing up here. Why? Because you ran this very dangerous command here. Be careful how you use this, okay? Careful with this command. Okay, and so it is a recursive, and it forces the command.
Is there an undo command?
Huh?
Is there an undo command
Unfortunately, there is no undo command. Okay.
to bring it all back?
It's all gone, buddy.
Okay.
Unlike Windows, you go in here and you go in your recycle box, and you may have some chance to recover it. Okay, everybody, please listen up.
Right.
It is really important that once you delete something, it's gone in Linux environment. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful. Thanks for bringing that up. It's a really, really important for everybody to know that once you delete anything in Linux, it's gone.
Question for you, right quick, before we can. That command, it doesn't delete the hidden files, right?
Very good. Very good. You took my next topic.
Oh, sorry.
No, very good. You're thinking ahead. That means it tells me you are, whatever I'm showing you, you're getting it. So R stands for, R switch stands for recursive, and F stands for force, and asterisk is everything in the everything. How should I mention? Every file. Okay, so let me just bring this up here. Let me capture it in the picture so that you remember it next time. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Are you guys able to see the background? The text and then the background is good, or should I change it? Should I change the background to white or something else?
Fine, Solvay.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, good. So RM stands for remove. That's all it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a snipping shot. Okay, and once the file is removed, okay, so to prevent that, what happens is there is a system called backup here. There is a backup, the secondary backup is being run. Not on the system, it captures all the backup. There is nothing, I should say, there is nothing built in inside the operating system or the Linux to recover it, okay? You have to have a secondary backup system already in place. And most places they do. All right, now, okay, so we are good so far. Let me move this out of the way. And so everybody have a good understanding. So we created a file, we created a single file, and then we created a hidden file. Okay, and what else we did was we created about 1,000 files. We deleted a single file, and we deleted everything in there. We deleted everything in that file, in that folder that's in there. Okay, there are some more tricks I'm going to show you here. So if you want to delete, so now if I do ls-a, so I have another 1,000 files which are hidden. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, so the file name Zafar is still there. And our original hidden files are still there too. Okay, so now I want to delete the hidden file, but I want to be careful only the ones that starts with, that has this content in it. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I want to get rid of a lot of files, but they need to be specific. They should match the case. So what I'm going to do is rm-rf, okay, and I'm going to type .x file, and then I'm going to give an asterisk to it. So what the system is going to do is going to remove only files that starts with this, and it doesn't care what comes after that. Did you get it? So what is the system going to do now is, so this part is the same old command as previous. Okay, so but what is going to happen is this part is Okay, the system will match. System will match anything starting with the period X file. Okay, and the asterisk. Well, the moment you put the asterisk in here, it will match this file, any file that is starting matching this profile here, any file that is matching this part, it will delete them. Okay, so if you go back in there, our file, our hidden file Zafar should still be in there after we run this command. So I'm going to hit enter. So if I do ls here, what should I see? Oh, since this was hidden file, if I do ls, I should see only handful of files here, okay? Let's add L2. I see our handful of files. And the system was careful enough not to delete anything which is not matching this. Okay, anything that was matching with this in the front, it got rid of this. So it took this part, and anything after that, like this file here, this file here, anything after that, it removed all that file. Okay, I hope that is okay, so now I'm gonna put the picture in there. I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit too. Okay, so now, so we'll just leave this alone here for now. Okay, so I'm not worried about deleting the files here. Okay, so because it may give problem with your history. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a directory. Okay, so we created a bunch of files, we deleted the files also. Let's go ahead and create a directory now. So here I'm going to make a note here. Whenever I say directory, is equal to a folder. Okay, so if you look at my computer here, and I have okay, so this part here, these are the files here, you could tell, but the ones you look in here, these are the directories. Okay, or these are also called folders. These are files and these are folders. Okay, so directory. So in Linux, almost everything is in lowercase. Okay, you don't have to worry about making it look nicer on the eyes. No, don't worry about it. Everything works in lowercase in Linux most of the time. If it's going to be uppercase, then I'll let you know. So let's go ahead and create a directory here. Mkdir. So the command is mkdir. Mk stands for make directory. And now what we have to do is we have to give the name of the directory. So I'm thinking, what should I give the name of the directory? I'm going to give the name of the directory Linux. So everybody go ahead and type this in your screen, mkdir space Linux, and hit enter. So if you didn't get the message, that means it went through. If you didn't get an error message, that it went through. If you do ls, so the directory is there, but it gives you some sort of color in there. So if you see a file, it was not, it didn't have any color, but this directory would give you a color. And if I want to get a long list information, what do I do? ls-l. I use the L switch and gives me more information about this directory here. So here you see directory starts with D. And this is the name of the directory, and this is information about the directory here. So if I may start, so this part is the directory. This is the name you told it to give, right? Or folder. Okay, and also there is one good way you could find out if the directory is if the file is a directory. What you have to do is you see D here. These are the permissions, and you see the D part. Okay, D indicates it's a directory. Everybody with me? Okay, good. So the command is mkdir. Okay, while I'm typing, everybody go ahead and create another directory called mkdir windows. Creates the okay, so simple as that, mkdir, and it creates a directory for you. So what I'm going to do is mkdir windows. And if I do ls here, now you have another directory called windows. Okay, so if I type ls-l, you see the long list information. You have directory here, and this is a directory too. And you have a timestamp, date and time, and this is who is the user and owner and all that. Okay, so now if you want to see the directory in a tree structure, type tree in your window and hit enter. So here you see, this is when you see an asterisk in here, I think I should have told you earlier. Let me clear the screen first. Tree is the command that will show you information where the directory is sitting. It will give you a visual information here. So what happens here is you see a period here, right? This is a hidden file. This is a period. So let me write it straight. So this is PWD. Anybody know what PWD means? Okay.
Present working directory.
Yeah, very good. So in PWD, you have two directories in there. Linux and Windows. Okay. That's it. Let's do something else here. Now the next command will lead us to, so how do you go into the directory? You just created a directory and I want to go inside the directory, right? Easy peasy. The command is called cd. cd stands for change directory. cd Linux, Linux. And if I hit enter, it will tell you that you are in a Linux directory now. Okay? So tree command. Before that, let me type tree. It's kind of giving the visual view, right? I mean, do you like this? You can see, okay, these two directories are on the same level, but these two directories are underneath this PWD, which means what is our PWD right now? So if you want to find out what's your PWD right now, you type PWD. That's it. Now my PWD has changed. All right, it used to be Zafar. Now my PWD is Linux. Okay. So my PWD used to be Zafar, and now it's Linux. But it's giving me the full address though. It's giving okay, I should pause for 2 minutes here. Anybody have any questions so far? I'm going to type it on the side here while you think about a question. Guys, this Windows document is automatically doing the spell check, but don't worry about it. When you see, if you end up seeing like a capital letter for a command starting with a, don't worry about it, it's lowercase, okay? Just remember that. CD this command changes the directory to another directory. So this is my PWD right now. So here, this is my PWD, right? This is my PWD. So we used cd command to go into the Linux. So we use the cd command to go in here. So where were we to begin with? Where were we to begin with? Anybody take a wild guess?
We were in Zafar.
Yeah, we were in Zafar. Now what we did was we did a cd command. From there we went into the directory name Linux. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, good. So now I said I may, if you want to go back to the directory, previous working directory, if you want to go, right now you are in Linux, but you want to go back to Zafar here. So what you do is you do cd ... But before that, if I do ls-a, so what happens here is even though the folder is empty, we have hidden files in here. Okay, so this is really important. So a period and there are two dots. One is a single dot and there are two dots together, right? Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So here you see this single dot. Single dot is pwd. Okay, and the two dots here we have two dots. What are two dots considered? Previous working directory. This is the first term you're getting it. Don't get confused with pwd is present working directory and two dots is previous working directory. You know what, this is a mess here. Let me clear the screen and do it. Let's go ahead and do ls-al. Why not? These two dots are actually, since they are dots, they are hidden. Right? If you do a regular ls, you're not going to see it. If you want to do regular ls-l, you still won't see it. If you do ls-a, then you see the two directories here. Now you're going to see ls-al. you see the two directories which are hidden. Why are they hidden? Since they are just the dots, period. They actually are the directories. Okay, I'll show you. This is the most interesting part in Linux is hidden directories are which are named dots, two dots. Okay, that's it. Let me see if I could create something like this in Windows. I should be able to create a directory with a dot, right? Oh, you cannot. So it's a reserved dot in Windows here. You cannot do that. But these two dots are system generated dots here, okay? These dots are created automatically when you create a directory. And I don't think you are able to remove it either, because these are essential directories to go back and forth between the directories. I'll show you what that means. And also, you guys use this here, the up and down arrow keys on the keyboard. You will scroll this key, up and down arrow keys, up, down, up, down. These keys will scroll you up and down between the commands. See the previous commands. If I don't want to go through the history, and then if I want to just go through, if you do up, it goes the previous command you typed in. You go down, and it will take you all the way down until you don't have any more commands in there. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to do clear and hit enter. It does the job for you. And then I want to do ls-al. So it comes up. So now, so the interesting part here is you must understand this. A single dot means a present working directory, and two dot means previous working directory. I'm just using the generic term here, dots. Okay, in real term, it's a period. That's what the English term is for. And then the single dot. Single dot is our favorite PWD. Okay, it makes sense, right? Okay. So here, and double dots, okay, so back to our place here. So since okay, if somebody answer this, I'll guarantee you get a job, okay? So what does cd command does?
Create directory.
No. What does
Changes
changes the directory?
directory.
Okay. Very good. So looking at it here, okay. What is the command to see what directory I'm in right now?
WD.
PWD. So read me the full length of the directory. Okay, it's right in front of you. Read me the output. Ali,
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure you were talking to me. /Zafar
that's
/Linux.
forward slash.
Oh, /. I'm sorry.
Backward slash is Windows, guys. I mean, come on. Backward slash is Windows. Forward slash is Linux. Why is it? Okay, yeah. Why is it forward slash? So you have to look on the bottom here. Okay? And if you as if you are the person standing there, look on the bottom. Bottom is leaning on the right side. So you're facing, you see if your face is on the right side. So if you're leaning a little bit like this, like a street dancer, you know how they lean forward a little bit? So that's forward slash. And if it's backward, if you backward, then it goes from the bottom. If it's backward to the left, then it's backward slash. So go ahead. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to do ls-al, and then I'm going to do pwd. So read me the directory. What is this?
/home /Zafar /Linux.
So that is our previous working directory, correct? Would you agree?
Correct.
Now,
Yes, sir.
looking at this and the information I gave you here, okay, so I want to jump back to Zafar. What do I do? And I'm going to give you a cd command. Using the cd command, how do you jump back to Zafar?
CD /.
Very good. You got the job, man. cd 2 dots. Okay. cd 2 dots, that means it takes you backwards, back the directory. You don't have, you could type the name of the directory. I'll show you later on, a little advanced, but if you type cd and 2 dots, boom, it will put you back into the previous working directory. It doesn't care where you come from, but it will take you back up the level. Okay, and if I do pwd, and this is the directory you are back in. So what is just happened here? Here, what happened is, so when you type cd is the command to change directory. okay, and then 2 dots, which I already explained you here. 2 dots means the previous working directory. In here, which one is the previous working directory between all these 3 directories? These are all 3 individual directories. I'll explain you later. So you type cd and this, it jump back to this here. And if you do pwd, this is what your present working directory is now. Okay? So now, let me go back into Linux again. Or let's go into Windows again. I'm going to do ls. I want to go into Windows. What is the command I want to do?
cd windows slash.
There you go. Very good. cd Windows. That's it. And hit enter. And it kind of gives an indication here you are in Windows directory. So if I do pwd, what are you going to see? Okay, this part is going to remain the same because Linux and Windows both are in same directory. Linux and Windows are same level directory. Okay, so you see Zafar and Windows here. So what I'm going to do now is, in fact, okay. So far, what has happened here? Okay, so we were in the directory. We started off with the directory. We had a block here. Can you see the screen? Everybody could see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. So we started off with the directory here. And this directory was /home/Zafar. That is the full address of the directory name Zafar. In there, we created 2 directories. One, we created Linux. Another, we created Windows, right? And the full address for the Linux directory is /home/Zafar/Linux. And this is the same thing with this too. /home/Zafar/Windows. Okay? Does it make sense so far?
Baba, why we
So this is what is happening here. So if you do cd dot dot from here, you're going to go there. Same thing will happen here. If you do cd dot dot from here, you will go there. Okay. From here, if you do cd Windows, from Zafar, you go in here to Windows. And if you do, if you want to go from Zafar to Linux, you type cd Linux. Okay. All right. So I think that is good enough here. So let me switch the screen back. Okay. So if you go to cd Linux, you are placed in Linux directory. Okay, and if you do cd Windows, you are placed in Windows directory. Okay, and if you do cd dot dot, you go back to one directory up. You will go back to one directory up. What is one directory up? In this case, one directory up is home/Zafar. Okay, and if you do cd dot dot, you go back to cd. Okay, so cd dot dot from Linux. You go back one directory up, and if you do cd dot dot from Windows, you go back one directory up. In this case, what is the directory we went up to? /home/Zafar. Okay, so what I'll do is another 15 minutes. I'm going to just explain a little bit more on directory structure, and we could close the class for this week. And I'll put the assignment in the temporary directory, and you could go there and take assignment. Yeah, I'll work on it. It's not given that I will definitely give you assignment, but I'll work on it and see if I really need to give an assignment or not. But please check out the group chat. That's where everything is. Everything in the window directory. I'm sorry, anything that is happening in this class is going to be in the WhatsApp group chat. So a few more things. Let me explain, then we'll be out of here, okay? So in here, wherever you are in Windows directory, let's create a file. Let's create 3 files here. Touch Win1, Win2, Win3. Okay? And hit enter. Let's do ls. So you see 3 files in there. Win1, Win2, Win3. If you do tree, it's telling you Win1, Win2, Win3. So, and it's telling you the period here. Why is it showing the period? It's showing you the period here. What is it referring to in this case?
The present working directory.
Yeah. And which one is the present working directory?
Windows.
Very good. PWD. Somebody help me going back to Zafar. Directory name Zafar.
CD space period.
Yeah. CD space dot dot. And I'm back to PWD. Now, if I do tree, what is going to happen here? Boom. In this Zafar directory, it's giving you a visual confirmation that you have 2 directories here. Linux is empty. Under Windows, then there is another 3 files here, which we already created here a minute ago. Does it work for you guys?
Oh shit.
Same directory, right? Same level. And then these files, are in Windows. Okay, so these 2 files are same level, and these 3 files are inside Windows. Okay. All right. So, but if you do PWD here, you're not going to see it, right? If you do PWD, you're not going to see this. but I want to look what's inside this Windows directory by not going actually inside Windows directory. What I'm going to do is ls Windows. Now I see I didn't change my directory, but I did standing wherever I am. I did inside the directory Windows. Okay? I looked inside. Okay, let me do this again. I'm in PWD and I have 2 files in there. And I'm lazy. I don't want to go into the Windows directory to see what's inside the Windows directory. So what I'll do is I'll do ls-l and I'll type Windows in there and hit enter. This information you will see is coming from the Windows directory because Win1, Win2, Win3. If I do a regular ls here, it's just Windows here. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here today. But starting next week, just make sure you have 3 hours available for this class. So I'm letting you guys go 40 minutes early. So go ahead and practice this. I'm gonna make this available as soon as possible. I'm gonna work on it to make it public right now. So hopefully you work on this, and please use all the resources which are available to you. Okay, you have a WhatsApp chat group. If you have any questions, put your questions in there. And then you have this website here. After today, I'm going to update this here. So it's getting bigger and bigger. All this is going to go into basic commands here. And then you also have a YouTube channel here. So today whatever I recorded, I'm going to upload here soon as I'm done. So you have YouTube channel, you have this website, you have people in the group, WhatsApp group, and you have me. So you have total of 4 resources. Okay, don't be shy. Put it in the group. I want everybody, if you have a question, put it in a group first. And we have some students here, they already know what is going on. They will help you. If they can't help you, then I will get the answer for you. Okay, so but one other thing I'm going to tell you is for next few weeks or until the class is over, don't go on internet and search upon these commands here. I'm not teaching you everything. I'm going to teach you a lot, but not everything. Okay, so for now, just stick with what the commands are you're learning, because I know how this learning process is going on and all that. So I'll walk you through all the steps here, and after that, you could go on to internet and start doing your own research. But for now, just stay what you have in front of you. All right, any questions, please put in the chat. And if you have any other questions, like you don't want to put in the chat, you just ask me directly, go ahead and do that. I will take care of that. And hopefully this is informative and exciting. And also you have access to this server day and night, 24 hours. Please do not share the IP with anybody, please. And later on, as the course progress, we are working on the shared server right now. So I'll get you guys your own server when it's needed a little later on, because you guys will be working on your own server and creating the hard drives and all that. Okay, so this is it for today, and thanks for joining, and we'll catch up with you all next week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Okay, hold on. Before I forget, really important. Did anybody downloaded the WhatsApp app? Anybody had a? I'm sorry. No. What am I saying? The Shelly app. I think I put it in
The
for.
app you told on on the WhatsApp group to
Yeah.
download the Shelly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take another 5 minutes. I'll show you how that works. It's really beautiful. I love it. What I want you guys to do is whenever you get chance, connect to the server remotely and start practicing it. The more you do it, the better it gets. Give me 1 second here. Let me log into my cell phone. And okay, so I'm on my cell phone, and here's the icon that looks for Shelly here. Click on Shelly. Okay, and what you might want to do is, yeah, this is still recording, so it's good. You could go back and take a look also. So what is happening now on Shelly is, you put plus there, and in the server name, type the IP address 71.57.95.5. Okay, and connect. There you go. This is the same exact server we are all logged into. I'm going to type Zafar, and then I'm going to type my secret password. And I'll hit enter. There you go. I'm logged in. I'm going to use my favorite command, clear, and I hit enter. There you go. So I want you all to practice this, and if I turn this around, it changes the orientation here. And play around with this app. And so whoever has the Android app, go ahead and research this app or similar app in Android Playground, and let me know, and then I'll look at it and I'll put it in a chat for everybody who is using Android here. I think most of you guys are using iPhone. So, and then if you want to like scroll down the tab, like second one is like you could scroll down the screen here, and if you tab on it, and if you in a blank space, if you go up and down, you could type the commands. Okay, so I'm going to type the command. What should I type here? Let's do our commands here today. The commands I typed here is pwd. Okay, and then I'm going to say who is logged in. All these people are logged in, or do W2. I clear the screen, and then I do ls. Okay, and I'm gonna go into Windows, CD Windows, and I hit the return, and I want to see what's in there. So all these things are working as if you're working on the computer here. The idea behind this is so that you have access to the system wherever you want, almost everybody have their cell phone with you, okay? You're walking down the mall and then you got like 5 minutes in the mall. Sit down and practice this, okay? The more you do it, the better it gets for you. And it will be good for,
So, what's the app name?
I'll put it in group again. I'll put it in the group, okay? Did you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. So I am really impressed. I've been using this app for going on 1 year. It's really good. And okay, so I have all my history there. I do ls, I do it's a full access, it's a full on commands you could run here, okay? Please use this. It's for your own benefit. The more you get your hands dirty in Linux, the better it gets, because I have already told you Linux is everywhere. If you don't see, if it's not Windows, it's Linux. Mac is Linux, Android, iPhone, all those are running on Linux. A version of Linux, I should say. All right, so thanks for joining the class. I really appreciate this. And hopefully this was going to be really informative and help with your careers here. Because once you learn Linux, you get into a higher earning bracket. And I wouldn't be surprised if you'll be pulling in close to 6-figure salary. All right, so that's enough for today. I'm gonna end now, and then I'll catch up with you guys Saturday. And any questions, put it in the chat. I'll also try to put all the commands we learned today and yesterday in the chat so that you will have it on the go. I know the website doesn't open up as good on the phone, but I'm working on it. I'm actually working on to launch an app and see if that app would help you. So hopefully this is gonna kickstart your ambition, and then you will realize your dreams. So on that note, I'm gonna end, and then we'll catch up next week. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.